At my heaviest, I was 487 pounds. Food was my only escape. It started to affect my relationship with my family.
We were pretty concerned about him. He kind of isolated himself from the family.
One day it just clicked. I had to change something.
He started working out and I completely saw a different person.
I lost 240 pounds. My parents got separated when I think I was 12. Shortly after they got divorced, I started to lose contact with my dad. And then shortly after, I lost all contact with him. Since I didn't really want to talk about it, I started to get sad. I just would isolate myself. Something that would make me feel good was food. I started overeating. Food was my only escape. I loved to forget about my problems, but doing so would create more problems. It affected my everyday life. Walking down the block, I had to stop to lean on something to catch my breath. It was all bad. At my heaviest, I weighed 487 pounds. It started to affect my relationship with my family, with my brothers and my mom. They wouldn't say nothing, but their faces would show like the concern. That in turn would make me more sad. That's when one day it just clicked. I had to change something. I just started walking, and little by little, I started to progress to more intense workouts. Once I started to lose weight, saw those little bit of results, I was like, damn, like I could do this. So once I lost some weight, I made like my own program. Started to watch what I eat, and I made like a regular workout routine. It was a pretty long and tough journey. I lost 240 in a year. After I lost all my weight, I had a really substantial amount of loose skin. It's uncomfortable, but it doesn't hurt. It's still something I work on every day. On a daily basis, I like to rely on shakes because it's something you could just do something fast, something quick, very convenient.
Tasty.
Yep, really good.
How you doing?
Good, you? When I started to lose the weight, I started to share it with my family.
You looking good.
Good, bro, thanks. Been working on it. It really helped me out mentally because I started to get their support, and it really helped me gain confidence.
Put some chocolate in there too if you want.
I started to, in a sense, reconnect with all of my family.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I remember we used to be really worried about Matthew and his weight gain. He kind of isolated himself from the family, and he would just kind of keep to himself. We were pretty concerned about him for quite some time.
Every time you used to come over, we used to go get pizza, remember?
Yeah, now you're making me a shake. And started seeing how he started to pursue nutrition and health and working out and exercising, and I started seeing his transition.
It was really cool. It was really helpful to see you guys were always there for me, especially you.
He was upbeat, happy, energized, and it was good to see him smiling.
Every time I see you, I leave out of here, I'm like, I'm gonna start working out.
I completely saw a different person. He was no longer that sad, depressed Matthew that I would try to work so hard to get out of his house. He was the old Matthew.
Losing the weight, it's very empowering. Just stay consistent, and anyone can do it.
I always thought that it was impossible for me to lose any weight. I just thought that that was my life. At my heaviest, so it was in the early 400s. I would eat till I vomited. When I was in my early 20s, I started making changes, which has led to the most dramatic part of my transformation. And I've lost approximately 250 pounds. I always knew that I was going to have excess skin, but I didn't know to the extent that it would affect me. So this here is all excess skin from the weight loss that I'm going to have taken off. My surgery takes place in 6 days.
Are you nervous about it?
Yeah, I'm completely terrified. There's never not been a time when I wasn't overweight. I was told that I was morbidly obese in high school. When I was a child, I would eat an entire loaf of store-bought bread, and then I would eat something after that. I would eat till I vomited. I do think that sometimes my overeating was just a way to comfort myself. I think it was kind of like a cycle. Like I was eating because I was overweight, and I was overweight because I was like eating so much. At my heaviest, so it was in the early 400s. After that, I just never kept track. It's not something that you want to hear. Like, you know it's not good for you. When I was in my early 20s, I started making changes to my diet, not to lose weight, but just to be a bit more healthy, because I always thought that it was impossible for me to lose any weight. I just thought that that was my life. So the big dramatic turning point, it was 4 years ago is when I started working with my personal trainer, Nancy. I lost 10 pounds, I lost 20 pounds, I lost 30 pounds. The last 18 months, I've lost the last 100 pounds, but also incorporated exercise and weight training into that, which has led to the most dramatic part of my transformation. I've lost approximately 250 pounds.
When we used to train at the beginning, we were in the studio and you'd be like, I can't do this. And you'd be like, nope, nope. And you just kind of lunge and then you can't do it. And then now it's like, look at you, like doing all this in front of like all these people on the track in Williamsburg. It's amazing. You should be so proud of yourself.
Yeah, a little. But I wouldn't be at this point right here. Like, don't listen to her, she's really humble. But I would not be at this point right now without having her there. So, yeah, she won't admit that, but it's 100% true. It would not even be a possibility, I think. So.
Thank you. But
yeah.
It's a team. It's team effort.
It is a team effort. I always knew that I was going to have excess skin, but I didn't know to the extent that it would affect me. There was a particular moment where I just realized that this was not the feeling I expected to have. I realized that this was actually making me feel worse, and because I had envisioned what I would look like in my head, and I did not look like that. So this here is all excess skin from my weight loss that I'm gonna have taken off. They're removing, having all of my abdomen done from the bottom all the way up the top of my rib cage. My surgery takes place in 6 days. Having skin removal surgery, it just, for me, it's like closing this chapter of my life, and I feel like I could just completely move on from it.
Are you nervous about it?
Yeah, I'm completely terrified. The surgeon estimated that he removed approximately 10 pounds of skin. When the bandages first came off, the first thing that I noticed was how completely flat my stomach was. Pretty much every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do before I get dressed is just look at myself in the mirror, because it's not so much an exciting thing for me as it is just kind of like a surreal thing for me to have none of that excess skin kind of just folded over. It's going to take me quite a while for me to get used to the fact that it's not there. It's kind of like how I have like kind of phantom fat where I still think that it's there, and then I'll just like sometimes rest my hands like on my hips and just be like, okay, like that's flat. It's still very weird to get used to. There's been plenty of times where I completely dropped everything that I was doing and gained weight back. There was even a point where I gained back 65 pounds, but then I lost it again and then some more. So just keep going, stay consistent, and don't be discouraged when you fail at your diet, because you will always fail at your diet. You just need to know when to get back on it again. And I did happen to find this tucked away in my closet somewhere that I didn't even know I still owned. This was my old winter coat, which was an extra, extra large. All right. Let's see if the buttons fit. It's weird because I don't remember ever being this size. Probably fit another 2 of me in here with this jacket. Extra small. Yeah, my current jacket is an extra small, so yeah, come a long way.
My heaviest, I weighed 201 pounds. I was depressed. I would say to myself, I look like trash. I had no self-love. I felt like I could never lose the weight. Until one day I said, start doing something about it. I have lost over 60 pounds. I am currently weighing 142 pounds. After my weight loss journey, I was left with excess skin. I don't like it, but I'm proud. Today, I will be meeting my friend Jessica, and for the first time ever, she is gonna see my loose skin. I'm ready. Don't get scared. I was never really overweight growing up until I got married and I had my first kid. That's when my weight started going up. I was a couch potato. All I did was eat, watch TV, take care of my kids. That was pretty much my daily routine. I was depressed. I was sad all the time. I never wanted to go out because I always had trouble finding what to wear because this didn't look good or that didn't look good. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror and I felt like I could never lose the weight. So that made me more depressed. I would always say to myself, oh, I'm not worth it. I look like trash. I had no self-love. My life back then always consisted of 2 words, and that was, I wish. I wish I was fit. I wish I was healthy. I wish I could look like that girl. I wish I could wear those jeans. I wish I could wear that top. It was so much wishing that I never did anything about it. Until one day I said, stop wishing for it, and get to it, like start doing something about it. I started by counting my calories. I did portion control. I eliminated all the foods that were bad, and I exercised daily. My heaviest, I weighed 201 pounds, and I am currently weighing 142 pounds. I have lost over 60 pounds. After my weight loss journey, I was left with excess skin. I don't like it, but I'm proud because it tells a story that I was able to lose the weight. Today, I will be meeting my friend Jessica, and for the first time ever, she is gonna see my loose skin. I have decided to embrace my loose skin so I can send a message to other girls that it's okay, that nobody's perfect. Hey girl. I'm good. Let's come in. Are you ready to see me in a sports bra for the first time? I'm ready. I'm gonna show you. I'm ready. Don't get scared. And this is what my loose skin looks like. I know it looks bad.
Girl, no. No.
What do you think?
That's your journey right there.
I know, it's just
Thank
hard.
you for sharing that with
Oh,
me.
you're welcome. You're my best friend, so I wanted you to see, the real me.
Her transformation is amazing. Knowing her from years back, you know, the way that she looked back then to how she's changed, I mean, she inspires me.
I have so much more confidence. I'm no longer depressed. I'm proud of myself. I feel great.
My mom looks really different. She looks stronger.
Oh.
And she looks more beautiful.
You're close.
I would tell people who are trying to lose weight to just go for it, to stop wishing and do something about it. If loose skin is what's holding them back, like don't let that be an excuse, you know, not to start your journey.
I was weighing in at my heaviest, 420 pounds. I feel sad I'm gonna eat. That emotional connection that I had with it, literally I knew I had to break up with it. Being told that I should have gastric bypass surgery, I had told them over and over again, no, I can do this on my own. I have lost 260 pounds naturally. It still shocks me when I see pictures that I'm like, is that really me? When I started, I didn't even think about the loose skin part of it. I mean, it affects you mentally, the way you look at yourself. You've done all this hard work, and then you look in the mirror, and all you see is all this loose skin. We really do have a strong emotional connection with food, and it was bad. Like, I was sad. It was something I ran to. Food, comfort food, mac and cheese. But wouldn't a pizza make you feel better? You get to the point where I had such a relationship with food that it was kind of like a second soulmate. Being 420 pounds, I was being held back from so many things, and just the simple things like tying your own shoe, like being out of breath or going upstairs, like I'll never forget it. I left the doctor's office again, being told that I should have gastric bypass surgery. I had told them over and over again, no, I can do this on my own, I can do this on my own. And I remember realizing more than anything that I wanted this. It was not just gonna be a diet that would change me. I have lost 260 pounds naturally. I am so glad I stayed the course to do it on my own and opted out of having surgery.
After a year had passed and she had lost her weight, and then just how much better and how much more life she had, it helped remind me of, okay, well, this is actually what life is supposed to be like.
He has also started his own journey as well, which makes it amazing to have somebody doing this with you. It was really just learning portion control and staying away from a lot of processed foods. Hi! All right, you got your goodies? We like to keep it natural, and it's really taught me, I was not a vegetable eater, so I learned those flavors of vegetables, which are amazing. And the thing was, it was getting my body used to those. Okay, so last week you told me to get some of these white sweet potatoes. They were so good. So I want to get some more of these. I actually put some oregano, garlic powder, sea salt on it, and then I baked it in the oven, and it like roasted perfectly. My favorite salad mix. Eat this almost every day. When I first started, I didn't think I was gonna be able to like finish. And now looking back 3 years later, 260 pounds, it's crazy. There are days when I have major down days where I don't want to get up and go to the gym, or maybe a food type that I miss or I want to eat. Yeah, of course, we're all gonna have slips up, but that's just part of the journey. That's just part of life, and just gotta keep on going. This skirt is a size 30. I got up to a 38, and when I wore this, it was so tight that afterwards, the front button popped off. Like, you could fit a whole nother person in there. Maybe two. There's lots of space in there. It's a reminder of me to never go back to where I was. When I started, I didn't even think about the loose skin part of it, because in my mind, I didn't even know. I mean, I was hoping just to lose 20 pounds at that point. And then when I really started to tell that it was affecting me, affecting my workouts. I mean, it affects you mentally, the way you look at yourself. You've done all this hard work, and then you look in the mirror and all you see is all this loose skin. They told me that I have a good at least 20 inches that will be taken off around this whole area. My legs, I know, like it makes me kind of tear up just thinking about it. I wore almost a size 6X pants. So I knew this would be something I would struggle with afterwards. But what I didn't realize is that I would be left with not really a knee, like all this skin that holds over it. And I just can't imagine being able to have a knee. I am very nervous about this surgery. I know it's a risky surgery.
Why did you not have the skin surgery? What happened?
Why did I not have the skin surgery? Yeah. So we were good to go. And then the surgeon actually noticed that there could be something wrong. I was having, you know, lots of pain always in my upper leg. I assumed, like, obviously some of it's going to be from all that loose skin pulling down on my knee. When I saw a vein doctor, and she was like, you have very, very bad veins, and we need to get these taken care of before you go under and have any surgery like this. It took over 12 weeks of sessions of having veins being stripped and pulled, and it was super uncomfortable, super painful. But I just kept having in my mind, you're gonna have your skin removal surgery. You're gonna have your skin removal surgery. So then when I found out that was taken away from me, it is a confidence thing that I've had to work on, because mentally it can get inside your head like, here I was supposed to have my skin removal surgery and now I have 400 scars on my legs from being poked so many times. This was supposed to be my victory story of the loose skin being gone, but instead now I get to show off the scarrings from something that I did not want, was not supposed to happen. My sister and my mother-in-law wanted to do something special for me, so they had this necklace inscribed for me, and it says, lost 260 pounds. And on the other side, it says, gained a new life. I hope that next year that I am gonna have that skin removal surgery. I just wanna get back and be able to go back to my surgeon. Like, I can't wait for that day where he can evaluate me again and be like, okay, let's get this scheduled. I guarantee you, anyone can do this. They just have to want it. They have to find that fight.